Oh, baby, we are live. It has been a while. It has been a while. It has been almost a year because the pandemic came and kicked all of our asses, but we are still here. And you see the fire behind me. We got a new format. And it's real simple, ladies and gentlemen. It's real simple. Rich Malachi is fired up, and it's snowing out over here in Jersey. We got like 2 feet of snow over here where we are. And listen, we got the fire going. I'm fired up. There's a million things. What am I fired up about? Every week we're going to jump into new topics on what is getting me going, why I'm burning. If you're here, it's been a while. We got to get some audience back. So let me know if you're here and you could hear us and all is well. We got YouTube. Shout out to YouTube, my YouTube viewers. We got LinkedIn and we have Facebook. All 3 of you should be going live right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. I really wanted to talk today. Oh, I got the phone. The phone's blowing up. I wanted to talk today about CFESA. This is one of the things I'm fired up about. So I just got off a committee meeting with Heather and Jordan and Steven and everyone on the marketing committee at CFESA. Shout out to you guys. Looking to make some strides, looking to move forward and push things forward. And Lisa, just let me know if anyone pops up saying anything. She's gonna let me know. So I'm fired up about this because it's time. The food equipment industry is big. It's bigger than most people might even imagine. Most people think. My friends today, if you ask them what I do, they still don't understand. Like, what do you do? And no matter how many times you explain it to them, sometimes they're like, oh, now I get it. But then they forget. We go away. We got to stay in front of these people. We got to keep talking about it. That's what, you see the here we go. Where we are. There we are. You see the Fed logo here. That's something that we're really is put in place right now to promote digital media, digital branding. Sounds good. Thanks, Mike. So that's what that was put in place for. We want to get people on their digital platforms. We need to talk more. We need, people ask me, Rich, how do we go viral? We go viral by getting fired up and talking about our business and talking about our stories and bringing our employees in and letting them talk about their jobs. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about right now, CFESA. Okay. For those of you that are watching and are saying, what is CFESA? Or as the President Bush impersonator said some years ago, CFECA. I'm happy to be here at CFECA. It's CFESA, Commercial Food Equipment Service Association. It is comprised of the best service companies across the country, even the world. And it's when we talk service, we're talking commercial food equipment. We're talking repair, maintenance, installation, OEM parts distribution. And that's on, ovens and steamers and grills and ice machines and walk-ins and dishwashers and everything in a kitchen you could think of. Wherever food is being prepared is where we are. And, talking with the marketing committee at CFESA, I know we need to blow this thing up. And, Lisa got this set up down here. So thanks to Lisa for getting this started again. We're back live. I'm excited for this because we were really gaining some traction towards the beginning of last year. And we're back with a vengeance because I'm fired up. So listen, I'm going to be animated. It's just I want to keep you engaged. All right, listen, that's just me. So back to CFESA, ladies and gentlemen, back to CFESA. One of the channel partners, we have MOFSI, which is for all the reps. We have FEDA for all the dealers. We have NAFM for the manufacturers, FCSI for the consultants and designers. You have CFESA for the service companies. We need to get out to more end users. People need to know who we are, what we do. There is a massive opportunity right now with the skilled trades gap coming, and you look at it across, it's a broad spectrum, electricians, plumbers, HVAC, carpenters, welding, construction. These are all trades. You very rarely hear anything about what we do specifically as far as food equipment, restaurant equipment service, and the refrigeration and warewashing side of things. It gets lost in the sauce. You don't hear about it. So in Fed Group, we are looking to build that community to put it out there digitally. In CFESA, a very important association, near and dear to my heart. It's been, God, I'm 39. I mean, I've been going to these things probably since the conferences since 05, 06 with my dad when I started. This is where I got to meet all the amazing people in this industry. This is something that the world needs to understand and see. Opportunity is massive right now. So go back to the trades gap. So if you are an owner, a manager, a leader in your organization as a service company, and you're not part of CFESA, please go to CFESA.com. Go see what it is. Reach out to Heather, Olivia, or Jordan, or one of those fine ladies down there at CFESA to talk about why you need to be a part of it. But outside of that, people that are in CFESA, you need to start putting out more content and get fired up. It's time. Listen, the world is never going back to the way it was. It's never going back, Lisa. I think the pandemic has kind of showed the power of digital, the power of virtual. So it's time, and there's no better time than right now. While we're still in the midst of all of this. I mean, we're not out of the woods with the pandemic. I know the world's going to open up very soon. I have no doubt by the summer, we're all going to be really busy, really excited to be back to a little bit more normalcy than we've seen in the last, 300 days. So I'm fired up for CFESA. I'm fired up for people to know about it. We have to, we and Heather made a great point where we promote ourselves. We talk to ourselves. We feel good about what we do. CFESA is about standards, right? For me here internally, and I think a lot of the companies out there, CFESA is the standard for service excellence, right? It's about high standards. It's about putting things in place in our doors that our technicians need to, surpass. They need to pass certifications. They need to become master certified. We attain here as a company certifications that put us at a higher level. We're a certified CFESA company. Okay. So there's opportunity right now for you to say, hey, you know what? I want to increase the standards in my service business. I want to become part of CFESA. I want to work towards a certified CFESA status. And then I want to let, this is one of the big things. We want to let the customers know who the hell we are. That's one of the big, Lisa, by the way, that's one of the big things. We know who we are. But if we go out into New Jersey right now, and I, you know what, maybe we do a video on this. Okay. When we go into these local places that we're going to be going to do some interesting videos, stay tuned. I'll have Lisa say, lastly, do you know what CFESA is? I'm willing to bet 9 times out of 10, not one single customer that we go to even knows what CFESA is. Now, there are, of course, many people that do. I mean, especially some of the national chain accounts, and they're in a much different level because these national chains are going to RIFMA, they're going to a lot of these associations. They know who's who. But when you coming down to the lower level, and I don't mean that in a bad way, I just mean lower local level type customers, they're not going to know. They're going to say, well, what's CFESA? Tell me what it is. And that's great. Like we have an opportunity to educate, and we will do that. But imagine we're putting out content. Imagine you're putting stuff out and you're hashtagging CFESA and you're hashtagging service excellence and you're hashtagging all these different things. And, as a community, I see that because I'm following hashtags. All right. I'm following these things. Through Fed, I have the opportunity to be able to reshare and to redo these things. So I would love to be able to promote CFESA more through, where the hell am I here? There we go. Through Fed. Well, no, I don't know with the camera. I'm like, wait a second. Here we go. Through Fed. And really begin to start the conversation, because it's really about a conversation starting. That's what this really is. Conversations that never have to end, because we all have these, so they never have to really end. We could be sitting in our beds at 10 o'clock at night, pop open LinkedIn, I see something, I'm like, oh, I got to reshare this in Fed group. And then, you might see it, oh, I got to reshare this within my company and within our Facebook and within our Instagrams and all these platforms. And it starts to become the norm. And, little Joey in his high school class might be scrolling through one day and say, oh, what the hell is this? Guidance counselors aren't talking about us. Why? They're pushing college. And listen, this is not about bashing college, but there's opportunity here, 6-figure opportunity and beyond. You might start as someone sweeping the floor and breaking boxes like I did here with my dad. The opportunities are endless. And it doesn't stop. From sweeping floors to breaking boxes to being in the service department or warehouse to being on the truck to being a CEO to being a service manager to being operations. it needs to be talked about. You need to get fired up with me. I can't do this alone. Does anyone saying anything here? Do we have anyone excited right now or what? Jesus. So Mike Reed, outside the large chains of facilities management companies, they have no clue. Yeah, exactly. So Mike, man, we have I feel a responsibility to the next generation. You know, my nephew Carson is going to be 3. You know, and whether he wants to be part of this industry or not, I don't know. Yeah, that'll be up to him. But he's got to know about it. He's got to know it exists. You got to put opportunities on the table and let people decide. When you take away these trades from these young minds, it's just a disservice, you know. And I talk about this with guys that are in retirement. I work with some local guys here that do not necessarily food equipment repair, but they're doing stuff with construction, right? They're doing some electrical and stuff. And these guys are getting older, and they're talking to me. And they're saying, "I got no. You know, we've been looking for an apprentice. We've been looking. We can't find anyone to come help us. What's going to happen 15, 20 years from now?" When just something small, Lisa, you got your place, you and your husband, your home, and your lights go out, and it's not a PSE&G thing. There's something electrical going on in your house. Who are you going to call? You're not going to know. That's the answer. Is you're not going to know who to call, because the guys that are really doing it are either retiring, they're going out of business, or they're just either they're shutting their doors down, or they're maybe going to sell. But it's going to get harder and harder to find these things. And you know what? I think we take it for granted as a luxury. Here, I'll just call the plumber, just call the electrician. What happens when they're gone? Same thing with the ovens and steamers. We have guys in the industry that we call trunk slammers, and I've mentioned this to you recently. They work out of their trunk. They're one-man band. They got a few things, and that's it. They run from job to job. Those guys that used to come into this building, I mean, this building, you know, we're off the beaten path here. For those of you who don't know, we're way off the beaten path. We're in a residential area, this big commercial warehouse, and we used to have guys coming in here every day looking for parts, thermocouples and gas valves, all these different things. We sell over-the-counter service. Great. They're gone. They're just done. It's over. Like, and those guys, by the way, those guys that were coming in were easily 60-something years old, you know, and this is what they did. This is what they probably did for 20 years, and they're done now, and nobody came behind them. So we have a responsibility to the next generation. CFESA is going to be at the forefront of that. That I could promise you. What I want to do with... how do I do this? I just burped. Sorry. Right there. Yeah, here we go. So what I want to do with Fed, it's digitally promote these associations and give them a bigger voice. So by all means, join the Food Equipment Digital Disruptors on Facebook. If you're in the food equipment industry, get over there. It's free right now. It's Facebook. Just jump in the community. And don't forget, you could text me and join the community. Scrolling across the bottom, 201-485-5159. That'll put you in the know with a lot of events and different things going on that we want to promote. So make sure you text me and join the community. So I don't think I saw someone else was popping in there saying something. Whoa, Corey, Chris, my guys, what's going on? These guys are crushing in their market. Now Corey's out in Arizona. Chris, forgive me. Are you down in the Carolinas? Maybe I forget. I'm sorry, but yeah, I mean these guys. Is that Andrew?
Yeah, Andrew. Just email Lisa on testing requirements for our team.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. At CFESA, yes, perfect. I mean, that's what we need to do. We need to put the standards back in place, and then begin to put out more content to get it, get in front of our customers, get in front of our potential customers. If your website is lacking or behind, it's time to update it. We're getting ready to update thefedgroup.com. We're getting ready to update malachicares.com. We're going to be putting out a lot more video, a lot more how-tos, a lot more things to get people excited and understand what we do, understand the industry, understand why CFESA is important. When you see that logo riding down the highway in a van, when you see it on our material, when you see it on the cards, when you see it in the background, when you see it at the shows and booths that we put on, there's a reason we put CFESA there. It's not for shits and giggles. I mean, I'm cursing on LinkedIn, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I mean, that's it's just important, man. Damn, I just can't. I'm just excited to be back live with everyone. Fired up. That's the new play we're doing here. Rich Malachi is fired up. And we're gonna we're gonna see some interesting things back here. Maybe I don't know if she's gonna ever do something different or crazy. You never know. Different fires. Yeah.
Today it's snow because it's snowing over here.
It is. It's snowing. We just got dumped on. I mean, I think we got a good 2 feet here. It's snowing again. It's still snowing, by the way. So we don't know when the snow is going to end, but it's already almost midweek here. So hey, listen, you know what though? Lisa made it in. I made it in. Geraldine upstairs, service manager here at Malachi, she made it in, and then the rest of the crew is working from home. Got maybe 3 technicians on the road right now, just attending to some emergency things at supermarkets and stuff like that. But yeah. So I don't want to overdo it here, but you got to go to CFESA.com. You got to learn a little bit more about it, and we're gonna start pumping more content out. We're gonna start promoting our industry partners a little bit better over on the new website for the fedgroup.com. We're gonna be promoting the associations big time. So I'm gonna definitely be in touch with Heather and over at CFESA. I'll definitely be in touch with Allison over at MOPSI and the different people at FIDA and everyone at different associations, so we could figure out how I can help promote them even more and help. What do we got? Yep, that's it. It's thefedgroup.com. So right now, when you go there as a placeholder, but stay tuned. So we have some blog content coming. I'm opening up. I decided I'm going to open up because I have so many questions as to what is Fed. I've had different Zooms over the past few weeks with people just very intrigued, very like, what is, what is this? So I feel like I need to do a better job explaining what the hell Fed is. So my first blog post is going to be all about what is Fed, what is a disruptor, and go in depth. So that'll be my post. Lisa is contributing to the first blog posts. Lisa, we're talking about? What do we say? Passive?
Yes, we're talking about passive to active.
Can they hear you?
Do I have to come in here?
No, can they hear you? No, you good.
I'll just roll over just the top of my head. No, not even. I'm talking about going from passive to active in terms of being a social media user. I'm over here.
Here you go.
I'm gonna have to get used to this camera angle. Or you are actually.
I don't know what's going on.
No, I don't know. That's it.
So yeah, I mean that's we're gonna be really going in depth again, more so on the new site and the blogs. We also have Taz Sutherland, who is going to be contributing to the first blog, which is going to be about facilities and understanding what facilities managers do. And I think that's an important thing too. I mean, we gotta understand all these different parts and pieces of the industry because there's so many moving pieces, and bringing new people on board. Like when Lisa joins, and I have some new people upstairs, understanding what the industry actually is, and all the moving parts. I mean, there's a lot to understand and know. Lastly, we're gonna have Charlie Newman over at Fame Reps. He's gonna do a little piece on water filtration. We're going to have different knowledge bases throughout in these blog posts. So it'll be hitting you from all sections. Obviously, water filtration on the service side is very big for anyone who may or may not know. I know Chris knows all about maintenance and water filtration and to make sure we're changing those filters and make sure we're descaling these ice machines and steamers and dishwashers. And listen, at the end of the day, even when you talk about ice, and it's not to get into the whole maintenance thing, but what Charlie's going to talk about maybe with ice is food. You eat it. You consume it. If you have mold and disgusting stuff going through your lines and your filters aren't changed, that affects the taste of the drinks. That could affect the taste of everything. So you need to make. Plus, you can get people sick. So that's a super important piece we're going to do with educating people, and hopefully we'll get a better understanding across the industry on a lot of things. I want to get some reps involved, some dealers involved, some manufacturers involved, and contributing to these blogs. So again, we're the conduit for all these associations in my mind, and we're going to help promote them. We're going to help bring them more front and center stage than they've ever been, and we're going to build, and I'm not going to stop because I'm fired up. I hope that didn't reverberate in people's earbuds or something. So we how are we looking here? That we're getting kind of we're at 20 minutes. Yeah, I can start going. So I will take it down. I think we'll take it down a little bit here. I'm coming back fired up. Don't forget to join my text community. Scrolling across the bottom, 201-485-5159. Why do you want to be in my text community? It's real simple. I'm going to be putting out updates. I'm going to be giving you inside information that I'm not going to post anywhere else. We have merchandise and different things like gear that we're going to be, putting out and stuff like that. It'll be exclusive stuff. Plus, you'll get discounts to the Fed conference and any other in-person events that we do. So you're going to want to be a part of it. Plus, we could just, it gives you an opportunity to connect. I mean, we can stay closer. You got my number. You got my number. So, yeah. Lisa, what else? That's it? Well, listen, I'm fired up on a snow day. I'm going to have some soup and shovel out whatever trucks and cars we have outside and finish the day strong. So, from me and Lisa here at Fed Nation, ladies and gentlemen, have a beautiful rest of your day.